So let us now learn about bubble sort through a code. Now, yes, this is the header file. I'm using the standard input output operator header file. Int main, this is where my main function starts. Now here I'm declaring an array of size 100 with the variables n, c, d, and swap. Now I'm asking the user to enter the number of elements to my array, and I'm taking those inputs. In my next line, I'm asking the user to enter the values of my array. And through this line, through this for loop, I am inserting those values into my array. So till now, it's just the basic function of how you insert an element into an array. And this is where your actual coding of bubble sort starts. Now, what happens in bubble sort is you have instances. Now, what are those instances? Those instances are n minus 1. For example, if you have 4 elements, so you'll have n minus 1 instances, which is 3. So you will be running through the loop or running through the arrays. You'll be evaluating the arrays 3 times. Okay. And for those instances, this is we have 2 for loops in order to solve the bubble sort. Now, in order to execute those instances, we have an exterior loop, and this is the loop. Now, I'm initializing c is equals to 0, c is less than n minus 1, c++. Now, what this does is, this is gonna run the number of instances. For example, if I have 5 elements, this will work, this keeps on running till 4 instances. Okay, and that is why it is less than n minus 1. It is not equals to. Okay, so moving on, this is where your comparison takes place. Now, what happens is your first element is selected, your next index, now 0th element is selected, and your first index, 0 and 1. Now that is compared. Now, once it is compared, the decision is made which is smaller. If your 0th index is smaller, there is no swap. And see, this is what's happening. Your 0th index, now here d is equals to 0. I have declared z is equals to 0. So this currently here, the d value will be 0. Now, a of 0 is it less than or equal to d plus 1? If your d of 0 is greater, you are swapping it. This means now if you have 30 and 10, so if your array of 0, which is 30, is greater than a of d plus 1, a of 1, if 30 is greater than 20 or 10, there is a swap. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, now once this swap, there is an increment. Okay, your 0th index is all done. You move on to 1 and 2. Okay, you're incrementing it. You're moving on to 1 and 2. Now again at d of 1, if d of 1 is greater than d of 2, then there is swap. If it is not, d of 1 is kept as it is, and the d value keeps on incrementing to 2 and 3. So this is how it happens. 0 and 1 comparison, then 1 and 2 comparison, 2 and 3 comparison, 3 and 4 comparison to n minus 1. This is how it happens.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Understood? Okay. Now, once
Yes.
this is done, your first pass ends. So by the end of first pass, what happens in bubble sort is your highest value, okay, highest value in the array will be shifted to your last index, n minus 1th index. Okay. Next, you run, but you're still in the loop. You're still in the instances loop, the number of instances that it runs. So pass 1 is complete. Now you move on to pass 2. Okay. And within pass 2, again, you go through the same process. You again compare with 0 and 1, then 1 and 2, then 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and so on until your pass ends. Now, once your pass ends, this for loop ends, your array will be in a sorted format, sorted in the ascending order. Now, here you can actually change in order. If you want it descending, you can change this greater sign to less than sign. It will sort it in a descending order. And now once it is sorted, I'm printing it. Understood?
Yes, sir.